Hi, everybody. Hi, all my newbies. I wanted to welcome you as well. Thank you for all your comments. It's thrilling to get a chance to actually know all of you. Now, for those that don't know, I am a hardcore athlete during the day and a Heyoka empath at night. And I say this to you because my background is very vast in the whole health world, not just training, but sports nutrition, injuries, health issues. So I'm going to talk about something I'm praying and I'm expecting to make a huge change in all those that are watching in your life, because it's the one thing that is stopping you. It's only one thing, and here it is: trauma. It happens from nowhere. It comes out of the blue. It hits you the side of the head with a brick. You're like in fucking shock because it happened from someone you love or attached to a career or a job that you trusted. And then you've got this hopeless feeling. You're completely vulnerable because the ground you stand on just cracked open and swallowed you live. Now, years later, when something exciting happens for you, checklist, out of the blue, happened from nowhere, new person or new career, yeah, totally unstable, same feeling as your trauma. So now, with all this exciting stuff in front of you, all the, oh my God, I can't wait till this happened, all the new fresh energy, all the new people, all the synchronicities, all the expectations, they're wiped from your memory. They're no longer in your internal map. It's like gone. Because your trauma internalized emotionally and energetically. So it doesn't come with rhyme or reason, just the emotion. Now, your brain is wired to protect you and to keep you safe. It's not configured to take risks. It doesn't say, oh my God, this next thing, I could like fucking lose everything. Let's do this. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. So now, this very exciting change or person or career, location, or school, or whatever, instead of being like, yes, this is mine, I so totally deserve this, you're having a panic attack, a trigger, and you start spiraling. Because now you're like, what if I can't do this? What if they hurt me? Is this going to like completely destroy me? Is it actually really happening? What if something goes wrong? Okay, what if something goes right? What if everything goes right? But you don't see that. It's more likely the sheer happiness of everything, the energy of that, because happiness, joy, is a very expansive energy. And you've been constricted inside for a very long time. So that's the part you'll be struggling with because there's no room, there's no space, you've been constricted. But don't worry, because joy is not bashful or shy. Joy like comes in the room, spreads its ass, and it's like, I'm here. Lights up the whole fucking room. It kind of reminds me of a story when I was a little girl. And my sister used to say to my mom, how come you give Nicole all the attention? And my mom's like, I don't give her any attention. She demands the attention. She demands it. And I'm like, yeah, because see, joy is highly contagious. Can't deny it. No, you're not going to deny me. I'm going to bust through everything you have. Absolutely. So now, this resistance to the current flow of the excitement that you have going on, because the original change in your life was a different way, a very certain way, And you got to remember, fear, it doesn't live outside your head. So it's not in your life. Fear can't exist outside of your head. So it's not there. It's not there. But I'll tell you what is there. And I'll tell you why this whole ordeal is such a difficult thing to deal with. And what makes it difficult to escape, especially. When you go through really, really heavy, dark shit, it is fortunate to have someone, preferably high energy and very insightful, around you to take out that toxic energy. And it's also helpful when there's a pandemic and it forces you to be still and you're going stir crazy, or you're forced to relax long enough for that emotional crud that's embedded in you from the past surfaces. The one that you never had time to deal with because there were too many other shits to deal with. She just stuffed it down. So at this point, pandemic as well, it's really useful because it's surfaced and this inflamed environment, the COVID, has triggered you again to have a person talk it out to, especially if you're triggered. So here's what's not helpful, but very, very hurtful. Every single time you meet someone that you haven't seen in a while, or in a month, or it's like a scheduled appointment like your masseuse, colonic, or doctor, or dentist, or family, and they're like, let's catch up. Again, your mind is not trained to go back to the highlights of that one day that you were by the beach and you saw this nice shiny pebble and they gave you this warm, nice, secure feeling. Nor would they want to know that shit, because they're also wired because they want to know highlights. And especially your brain is wired to look back there for the neon signs, for the last horror event, or the event from the past that is still bright neon yellow for you to talk about. So now, even though you've already passed through all this energy, now you're going to do an instant replay so that your family or casual friend or stranger can catch the fuck up. Even if you slam him down with a "I'm fine," which stands for freaked up or fucked up, insecure, nervous, and emotional, even if you just slam them down with that word, you got to understand you're slamming down yourself also. When you actually should be receiving honors from every god out there, every alien out there, for what you fucking endured by yourself in sheer fucking pain. It's worse than pain. It was just falling, this dark place. You didn't even know it would fucking end. But instead, you speak to them about it. Or you mute it, and nonetheless, it reactivates and it re-triggers you energetically and emotionally. Because once you've dealt with that event and you keep recalling it, you speak those words that are emotionally charged, your cortisol levels spike. So your mind's like, okay, pay attention. Okay, because you weren't prepared for this the last time it happened. Okay, just be on guard. So now, with this exciting change, you anticipate the absolute worst shit that could possibly happen based on the event that you had. Because remember, the brain's wired for survival, so it wants to keep you safe. And out of all the million scenarios that can happen with this new situation, this new scenario, you're going to predict the absolutely catastrophic event that can happen. Which, and here's the key thing, conditions your body into a state of fear, pure fear. And the emotions from that experience gives the body and the experience this rush of energy. So hello, addicts, because that's what's happening next. So why do you think people want to talk about what he did and what she did and the latest thing that happened to them when they endured so much pain and they're exhausted and they're tired as fuck? Why do you think people want to talk about it? It doesn't make sense, right? But they want to talk about it because they need the fix, the energy surge, because it's the only route their body knows and is conditioned to get that from. It's the only route. So they need to stay in blame. They need to stay in anger, embitterment, which eventually leads to rage. And that usually comes when they're really, really tired. I'll repeat this, every single time you recall mentally, and especially verbally, to someone you happen to see every now and then, or family, or casual, and you talk about that recent event, or that very traumatic event that happened, that's highlighted in your mind, you're producing the same chemicals in your mind and body as if it's existing right now. So as if that event is happening. So what it's doing is it's firing and wiring all the same circuits and the same frequency because your body believes it's happening again and now. So it's happening more than just the first time. So it's going to be more amped, more psyched, more nervous rush of energy. You don't need to refresh this. Don't refresh. Kill the fucking virus. Don't refresh. Now, if you're talking to someone that actually gets you, someone who can absorb the energy from you but not get consumed by it, who can actually travel there with you in the dark, right beside you, and pick up the insight from it that you were too fucked up to get to see because you were in shock, that would be helpful. Or someone that is emotionally invested and you haven't talked to them like in years, or you thought they were dead and you happened to bump into them, or you're scheduled a meeting and it's a healing experience. And it would be because their emotional investment in you, their love is going to be like a Band-Aid just to stop the oozing and to disinfect it. It's kind of like, you know, when you haven't seen your mom and dad in the grave for a long time and you just go there and you just kind of fall to your knees or you just kind of collapse. It's good to say it there. Now, I know it's tempting to share our pain because we bond very easily that way. It's a very sticky energy. Why do you think it's so hard to let go? But you can also ask yourself, why do I need sympathy to pull people close to me? Ask yourself. Or just let me tell you, come to me and I'll tell you why. Because actually, it's because you haven't found that sweet spot of everything you're about. And that's what I actually do very, very well. So if you're sitting with me one-on-one, you're going to have two reactions. And I swear, these two. You're either going to say, oh my God, that's crazy, because I was just thinking last week or a couple days ago, I wanted to get into that. That's something I always want to do. Or you'll say the other famous one I always get, funny you should say that, because just yesterday Those are the two things, because that is what I do. That's my forte. Now, if you do happen to connect with people and they want to know, how you're doing, and you want to say something, they want to know how stuff is with you, you can just say, when they ask you how life has been, you can just say, it's been colorful. Like we're talking all the spectrums of the rainbows. Why do you think I glow? You feel me? This is why you do glow. So put the focus on where you are right now, and don't let anybody take you back, and don't let anybody keep you stuck, unless it's someone that's actually going to extract it, take it out of you, and you're clean. Bye for now.